Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new play-by-play video. Today we're playing some Shiva solo for the A to Z series. We are most likely landing against the tier. This is a pretty annoying counter matchup that I'm going to try to showcase to all of you guys how to play it. The reason why it's a bit of a counter is tier is largely knockup immune, and this character kind of relies all about knockups and interrupting abilities and all that stuff, which again can't really do that into tier. Despite that, I don't think this matchup is like unplayable or anything like that. It just takes a little bit more discipline and patience to play correctly, and I think with a couple of those traits we should be more than okay in this lane. This is my second recording of a Shiva game. I recorded a game into an Osiris that was going really well, really wanted to showcase it, and then the guy rage quit because he was getting dominated, so a little bit unfortunate, but hopefully this game is not the same, and we'll see what happens. So, okay, well I didn't expect him to do that. He just blinked first wave. That's a really bad play. You never blink on the first wave. Going blink on tier is super common. And as you notice, we're making an effort already to space abilities. Just like in every matchup, spacing, avoiding getting hit by stuff is the way you're going to win it. But going blink on tier is very common, and it's very good to do. But you never just blink on the first wave like that unless you know you're going to hit the guy you're actually laning against. So it's very silly. Notice that we're using our 1 maybe a little bit prematurely because we're trying to cancel him and make his life a bit, poor. And he's just going to commit to totem. Now, why is this a bad idea? Because who's going to hit level 3 first? Me, obviously, right? And what does that mean? Look how much damage he decides to have to take. And yeah, he gets the totem, but do you want to be in this lane spot without teleport because you went blink? I don't think so. So be really, really conscientious and, not conscientious, conscious, sorry, of when you're going to be. What's this? What the hell? Okay. Am I just dead? What's going on here? This is insane, no? Alright. I don't even know what to say about that. Alright, we'll just let that be. Yeah, unlucky, I guess. That's too bad. We'll miss some minions here. And die. Okay. Yeah, well, Qs are off to a great day today. I played the set game and the... what is it called? And the Circuit game today, so you guys already know I'm off to a wonderful series of Smite. Yet again, which is always exciting. I'm getting absolutely owned here. I tanked that minion wave a little too hard. I might just be dead for it. Try to get some poke off on him here. Yeah, I lost so much farm from that death. That was really brutal, because I'm not 4 yet. Try to get this totem here to at least get some MP5. Alright, but you got his 1 and now he's just dead. Yeah, so he inted. We're getting ganked again, though. Really? I'm okay. Just like, this is a little silly, don't you guys think? We'll get the wave and take a reset. Not gonna be able to really get anything off this back. I could stay the wave. I mean, it's a little risky, but I kind of want to. I want to make sure I get Blackthorn on my back, so that's what we're gonna do. We pushed in a mid wave for our death, so it wasn't that bad. If I lived, though, their game is completely over. I couldn't really live. Again, just Aphrodite giving movement speed. Maybe if I dashed out straight, I would have been fine, but honestly, I doubt it. It's kind of insane. Never seen something like that. Oh, that's not true. I've definitely seen something like that, but not recently. I don't know if there's some duo Q action or what's going on over here, but that was insanity. Okay. Like I said, everything is all about just trying to stay out of the bad ranges, and you should be all set. I'm going to take a reset because I know I'm getting ganked again soon. I'd love to stay for the Chalice, but I'm going to get tower dove with a Afro ult Mammon, and I'm just not here for that. So I'll lose some neutrals. It is what it is. My chief goal is to not lose the game because 30 people are going to sit on me all game. So sometimes you got to play a little bit extra safe. We got Blackthorn online. That's going to be a great pickup. Just working on going into a Glad Shield next year for some more HP 5 and all those things, and we should be really well off. Again, this is just going to be navigating, getting camped now as well, which is always a little bit annoying. You get some neutrals because, again, we had to respect the situation, but we'll just make an effort to fight him. He's making a really big mistake here, which is just overfighting. on the totem. A lot of players will do this because they just think they're like safe. And even if he lives here, which there's a chance he does, I mean, you're just poking yourself out so much and putting yourself in such a terrible spot that it's sort of like, well, you know, what's the point? So now we ult him, he's in combat, and we're gonna look for a 2. He's gone. Use our like middle path ultimates to increase our range, and we get a really simple solo kill number 2 in this matchup. So good stuff. Again, what have we been doing? Just avoiding the ones, kind of walking a little bit to the side for them when we know they're on the way, and then layering damage and clearing all the while. So good stuff for us. Love to see it. Silver Camp's coming up soon. I'm gonna make sure I get to that. Do I have an Opwatch support? Oh, I do. He is getting cooked. Tough. Yeah, this game might be a rough one. Our draft is horrid. We'll see. The draft's actually really good. It's just never the most fun thing at 1 AM on a Smite 1 lobby. Okay. Interesting ideas for sure. Not sure why he's like so adamant about taking these awful fights. It's like very weird. He's really standing his ground though, I'll give him that. Alright, I mean if you're sure, I'll take another really easy peasy solo. His blue should be up right now. We did see their entire team bottom left, so I actually don't want to invade it. I'm just gonna get this Naga camp and then go to my blue. Oh, he's on it. This shit is gone. Too bad. I'll just take the back. I'm gonna go Prophetic Cloak here. Normally I would go Glad Shield right away, but there's zero threat in this lane. I'd rather just start working on stacking this as soon as possible. It's a great cloak game, really always, when it feels easy to stack, so that's what we're gonna do. We want to have some scaling in our build. You know, people have this conception that Shiva late game is like terrible. I think it's kind of misguided. Most warriors really change their, you know, perspective and like how they play the fights late game, just in general, because you typically can't 100-0 people. But Shiva, I mean, with the correct build where you're going Pridwin, and you have like Glad Shield or Mystical or just some type of, you know, damage in your procs, feels pretty strong, honestly. Like, I feel like his 100-0 is good, his CC's nice, his ultimate's pretty garbage. That's like the big drawback of the character, and I think why people think he's so like useless later on. But his base kit, I think, makes up for it more than enough, so I'm not really in the Shiva hate train. I think this character is pretty fun. Maybe he's a little bit brainless and a little bit easy, but, you know, so are so many other characters. There's a lot worse offenders, to be honest. Well, this tier just ulted. Again, he is just like all about fighting 24/7. I'm actually just dead here. This Mammon is very fed. Unlucky. Oh, Affer's here again. What the hell is going on? I got really baited by the Fen. I thought he was just gonna like install, and he did not. I should have just left him. I didn't know Mammon was coming, but yeah, it's too bad. Too bad. Part of the reason I wanted to go Cloak is because, you know, we want the magical prots as well, and yeah, I don't know. This guy's part of 100. She's got 100% kill pro at 8 minutes, so this game is looking very rough. Mom is one of the best gods in the game from ahead, so yeah, yikes, 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 yikes. Hopefully it gets better. I'm not too optimistic though. We'll have Prophetic Cloak on our next back. So at least that's going good for us. You know, I'm going to say this because by the time you guys see this Shiva video, I'll already be done with the series, so I don't really care. But, dude, the amount of, like, focusing I've gotten more recently in this series is very silly. I don't know if it's, like, from the YouTube side of stuff or just because like the name recognition, maybe it's a bit of both, right? But it's pretty like lame. I mean, I get it. You play to win and you do what you have to, but I don't know, man. Like it definitely kind of sours the experience a little bit. Sometimes you see like bigger streamers or YouTubers or whatever talk about stream sniping, blah blah blah, and a lot of the time I think it's kind of cope, to be honest. Um, and also just like overplayed. Like I'm never gonna sit there and cry about, oh, this guy's focusing. I wasn't even paying attention. Dude, come on, leave me alone. I'm fine. I'm not gonna like sit there and cry about it. It's not like a big deal, but it definitely makes it a little bit less appetizing. Mostly because, to be totally honest, like the players that are doing it would never be in a Smite 2 lobby I'm in, you know what I mean? Like you're only seeing them because of how fucked these games are. Now again, I'm not going to be someone who like throws that stuff around 24/7. I don't think that's really correct to do. Maybe it's just like, you know, a name recognition thing, or like every other lane's losing, let's just like camp this guy because if we do we're going to win, or I don't know. But you see stuff like, especially in the set game, even in that Circuit game to some degree, and you just sort of are like, well, what's going on here, you know? It's a little strange. I never try to make it personal or like make it a big deal, but it definitely is a weird thing, you know, because when I started playing Smite, I wasn't getting focused because I was useless, you know what I mean? I used to play Geb and Kukulkan, and I would just cast abilities and do nothing. And whenever I was playing with my friends, shit, I was never the one targeted first, unless I was just super out of position. But usually, I'd just be hiding in obscurity and doing absolutely nothing, and they didn't worry about me much. Rightfully so, because I was useless. So it's kind of a weird contrast for sure. And again, that's not me saying, man, every death is a focus thing, but like, dude, that scheme on level 2 was diabolical. No, I mean that shit was crazy. I know also though that people sometimes do OQ and they're just like, okay, let's just like sabotage a lane. That's life, so that might just be happening as well. Who knows? I don't really care too much. But just figured out answer, because people do ask me about that stuff. They're like, oh, how do you deal with it? I kind of just ignore it, because I don't know, man. I mean, like, what's the purpose, right? I guess it's like a validation thing. I'm not too sure. I kind of understood it when I was younger, because I low-key used to be... I never, like, ghosted or sniped streams or anything, but when I was younger, I remember, like, on console, in my Zen was like the big console streamer and original Spartan. If there's any old console players, I'm sure you know who those two people are. His name's Barbouche now. And I used to like snipe those queues because I was a bad player trying to get better, and that was like the queue that the whole like community was always looking at, because they were like the biggest console streamers. But that wasn't like sniping to focus, that was just sniping to try to like make a name for yourself, I guess, you know what I mean? And there was like, you know, you would play a game, have a good game, and you'd watch back the thing. I was 12, 13, maybe 14, I was 14, 13. I don't know, I was a little kid. And it was like so cool to me. Now, they usually didn't have nice things to say about me, I'm just gonna be honest, but when they did, it felt great, you know what I mean? And so I guess I get that, but like that kind of woe and wonder, I think, sort of faded by the time I hit like 16 years old. So, you know, knowing that these people are probably in their mid-20s and doing this, you know, a little questionable probably, but I don't know, man. Who am I to judge, I guess. That's what I used to do. Again, if any of you guys remember those old console people, you are the best. My name on console on Xbox was Hidden Shadows, and on PS4 it was Snados, so if you ever ran into me way back in the day, let me know. Okay, well, we got some things for us. I'm behind? Oh, jeez. I'm ahead in gold, but not in XP. Yeah, I guess they've just gotten more camps, right? Kind of makes sense. We got Cloak now, so... Hey, we're building that permanent value combo. Good dash, too. That was really well done. Saffron might just be dead here. Oh my gosh, what is that damage? Okay, I kind of inted. I guess I should have played that a little bit slower. I didn't think I would just die there. Damn, that really sucks. She's level 15, I guess. Which maybe is the reason. Wondering if I should have went Magic D ahead of Glide Shield. I'm gonna go Pestilence now because this healing is ridiculous, but maybe earlier. Like if I went tier 2 Pesty there, I just live, you know what I mean? This tier's not doing anything. Yes, Glide Shield is probably a bit premature. It's kind of just like what you normally build, but again, this guy's not a threat. My Opwatch is shoving my wave, so I'm just gonna go mid. Try to split like a red or something here. He's not shoving my wave. Why do you walk up then? I don't know. Kind of is. I'm not too sure. Alright, we'll come over there now. Yeah, this game is all over the place. And not in a good way. Not in a good way at all. I'm telling you guys, I mean, look, we're only down 1,500. We definitely can win. It just, huh. Well, that sucks. My 2 barely didn't do enough. I used to know all my Smite 1 numbers, like, so well with, like, build points, and I was like, okay, this does exactly this much. Some of it you kind of remember, but some of it, well, most of it you kind of remember, but specificities, I'll be honest, man, you really do kind of begin to forget. It's kind of a funny thing. I was doing the calculations. I think this episode is 107. So we really don't have that much more time to go, folks, which is kind of crazy. You know, like, this is my last Shiva game. It's nuts, dude. Definitely not leaving Smite how I found it, you know, I'll say, but I'm really happy that I still have, like, the enjoyment and passion for Smite 2. And my biggest thing is just really, like, you know, trying to help to grow that game or consolidate people's interest in that game, because I know some people, you know, come to my channel and they just like certain videos and they'll watch a couple and never watch again. But a lot of you guys I know really, especially with this series, have came here and stayed here. And if you're still kind of trepidatious about coming to Smite 2, really, like, give it a shot. Assuming by now you guys are probably all mostly playing it. And try to enjoy the characters that exist. I know a lot of people still wait for the characters that they, you know, personally want in. I'm not going to rotate mid because it's just a cluster. But, you know, like, a lot of the characters that came into the game are very fun. And the plus ones are awesome, right? Like, Cabrakan is way more fun in Smite 2 than he is in Smite 1. Now, Cabrakan's better in Smite 1. A lot of people would argue just because he's broken, but it doesn't mean he's actually a more fun character. So, you know, keep that in mind. Again, these guys are literally just deathballing mid. I mean, I could have rotated. We're only down 2k as a team. I guess we can win fights. I've kind of seen enough. Like, I'll rotate. I'm not trying to, like, lose the match or anything, but yeah, I don't know. I'll do my best. Shove the wave in on left, so he's got some stuff over there. Shiva ult does kind of stink, though. Okay, never mind, I'm not. Yeah, this ultimate into Mammon. Oh, good peel, thank you. He's dead for it, but that was a very nice play for him to make. I appreciate you, Fen. Oh my gosh, he lives. Ricochet? Oh, he's good. Good job, dude. Hell yeah. We'll go magic defense now. Pestilence, not hard word. Pestilence. I can't afford it. That's fine. But yeah. I mean, that's sort of where we're at. Again, this game specifically, we're actually really not behind. And from a farm perspective, I'm like, yeah, this is super winnable. But part of it's just, like, team play. Like, for example, this Fenrir build is just awful, right? This Scylla, like, all these builds suck, to be honest. I'm not trying to be mean, but they're just bad. So, like, that's not a good look. And then, and more importantly, our draft is just so terrible. We can't team fight at all. We have no CC. So even if we're down 1k, it's going to feel like we're down 6k, basically at all times, I think. That doesn't mean we don't try our best, but honestly, just, like, playing to farm and putting ourselves in the best spot so we can gracefully lose might just be the angle. Sometimes, guys, that's just what you gotta do, you know? This Fen is locked in on winning. I like the way he's playing the map for the most part. I mean, he kind of baited us on left and got us killed, but... Or, like, besides that, I think he's played it pretty well. His build needs some work. I was thinking about this in the Shiva video that you guys didn't get to see because it was an early surrender on their end. But one thing that never resonated with me is, like, building incorrectly. I mean, there's some things that you can argue about build-wise as, like, being correct or incorrect. Sometimes, oh, great gold steal, by the way. We make a rotation here. Let's see if we can do something. This Hachi's pretty low, has no dash now. I want to look for him, but he's a bit far. Playing for Mom's a decent idea. We can catch the ult now. Okay, they killed one. Can't kill him with that, but it's good damage. We space, run, and then we play back for him. again. Afro's gonna live, but maybe we can just kill Kuzan. Kuzan's gonna live, that's alright, we'll knock him back. Just trying to peel / get something going here. Tyr's got a link. Oh, the Afro kiss was crazy, no? Play at range a little bit. Damn, dude, I'm dead. Oh, holy shit, Afro's so overpowered. Guys, this Aphrodite character is the most Mickey, low-skilled garbage of all time, and then they just made her even better in Smite 2. I don't get it. I hate her so much. What a shame, man. What a shame. Good play. Unlucky. Alright, well, we got Pesty now. So I can go into Pridwin last. I mean, it's a pretty good option, or we can do something else for the counter. It's been a while. Going Thieves. Pridwin, realistically, is a great pickup, but we're already at 30% cooldown, so I can't be asked. And that'll be the build once we're done. Bit of stacking, bit of scaling still to go, for sure. We're in a decent spot. I'm going to try to farm for 20, get my starter. Having that's going to be really nice. And yeah, we'll see what happens then, I suppose. Do we have full Pesty that fight, or just the tier 2? I want to say we had just the tier 2, but I don't actually remember anymore. Sorry, what I was saying though is with builds, you know, I know some of it is like opinion. And I'm not going to go into like these ADC nerds who sit there and like crunch numbers all day and say like mathematically this is the most correct build, blah blah blah. That stuff is like just not interesting to me. I mean, I play video games for fun, so I never understood busting out calculators and all this shit for like a video game. Like, I don't know. If you like that stuff, you like that stuff, but it blows my mind, especially in Smite 1. Smite 2 I give a bit of a pass, but I've found Smite 2 builds to mostly be a little bit, we're dead here by the way, a little bit better. This ultimate is terrible, oh my gosh. I just can't do anything. Oh pain, they're going to fire obviously. Yeah, that's fine. But it always blows my mind how bad some builds are, especially in Smite 1. Like, again, and I'm not trying to be mean, but none of these builds are correct, and it's crazy to me because it's like you had so many years to figure it out, you know what I mean? I don't know how it doesn't happen. I'm not even roasting anybody. I know people are casual players and stuff, but like, I don't know. You can just like look up a YouTube video or go on a website. Not Smite Fire or any of that garbage. You look at pro Smite builds and you just copy one. That's what I would always do. Because, you know, look, you can't always control having a good game or a bad game. Sometimes they're just going to play like trash, but if your build's good, you always have a chance. Go right. Hit this. Yeah, hell yeah. Alright, we'll probably get it right, Phoenix. I like the double up here, you know, understanding that we're not going to be able to defend fire. And we at least get some kind of objective value. It's quite smart and I think a good decision. So yeah, we're gonna just shove mid here, I guess. I wish I could like help, you know, in the split push journeys, but Shiva's not really a split push character, so I'm gonna have to trust my Apollo to do that stuff mostly. Remember, I have Thebes, folks, so we're gonna have to let these minions die a little bit to other sources. Keep poking out this wave a little bit. We're gonna get these Thief stacks, folks. Trust me on that. There we go. Starting to get some. We need 2 more cloak stacks as well. They're gonna get that right tier 2. That shit is a done deal. You don't really worry about that. Alrighty. Oh, they're just still going. Okay, my bad. Damn, I didn't know they were just getting cooked. I probably would have shoved it. My fault. I'm a little locked out, not locked in this game. Locked out's not a term, but you know what I mean. Good job, Afro Force. That's pretty good. Again, I mean they get a bomb off, but their damage on this isn't that great, or hasn't been that great. Maybe it is now. Yeah, it is now. Got good damage off. No dice, unfortunately. Kill on him. Well, we traded Phoenixes. I mean, it's okay. If I was there earlier, I don't think that really changes. I've got Cloak Stack now, though, so that's really nice. And I actually think once I finish Thebes, I won't actually be at double mitts, obviously, but what I can do is get Redstone, and then I'll consistently be at double mitts when I use an ability, so It's all good. Yeah, again, like I said, I don't think Shiva late game is like necessarily bad at all. But this is not a good Shiva late game draft. Again, anytime there's like consistent, it's sort of like playing tier into certain comps. You're just useless. So into Kuzenbo, is Shiva a good pick? Not really, because he always is going to be able to just instantly dash again. So it's effectively like he's dashed knockup immune, because he's always going to have his abilities to get out. Into tier, Shiva good pick? No. Into Hachiman, Shiva good pick? I guess so. Into Aphrodite, Shiva good pick? Absolutely not. So, you know, kind of just a bit sad. And Mammon, not really at all. So, again, I think Shiva can be good and is fine most of the time late. This is just not a draft. He's very much like circumstantial, kind of like, you know, Hercules is, or even King Arthur is, or something like that. You wouldn't call Arthur a bad late game god, you would just call him situational. And when there's knockup immunities or just a lot of movement or just, quite frankly, characters that don't care about knockups, yeah, he's gonna suck. So that's what happened here, unfortunately, and it's all good. I mean, we can still win. Probably won't, but we can still try to. Almost at Thebes being done. I've got redstone now as well. So you're going to notice, I mean, from a tankiness perspective, we're going to get a little bit better. But that's also always going to happen anytime we try to walk up. So, you know, it's a delicate balance. I might just be dead. Fine. Alright, that's at least good. Aphrodite ulted, a lot of skill right there. Unfortunately, we lose our boy. Too bad. Aegis Force, that's good. I gotta say, I can't believe they fucked up Aphrodite 2 games in a row, though. That shit is unbelievable. From being the best god in Smite, well, she wasn't she used to be the best god in Smite 1, but they nerfed her some. To just being far and beyond the best god in Smite 2, it really is amazing, I gotta say. Hopefully by the time this video is out, she's been nerfed again, but I doubt it. I have no faith. We're doing a really good damage here, and they are low, so we should look for a fight. This is our best fight of the game, actually, so we should take it. Hachiman Aegis, notice Kuzenbo like playing the self-peel. Nice. Okay, they just absolutely sprinted it. You can put the characters on the better you can put the players on the better characters, but man, I fucked it up so bad. I was trying to say something witty and it just cooked. You just chalk it. Alright, let's pull fire. I chalked that so bad, dude. No. Look, though, I actually did suggest some Aphrodite balance changes, and they semi-incorporated them, so I'm happy about that. But that god needs, like, literally so many nerfs that these little nerfs they're doing are the right direction, and I'm happy about it. But they need to do way more. Guys, please, like, 2 are dead. So when 2 are dead, we want to pull the objective, right? Because they can't go there because they're dead. Super, super important to distinguish that. We're finally doing it. Again, we pulled this about 15 seconds too late, so if we lose it, we lose it. We have Scylla secure. I'm just going to pray that that's enough. In this beautiful match, Scylla's getting hard engaged on. She dashes in. That is not the most ideal play, and she will fall down. So, yeah, I mean, this call ends up going to shit. But it was completely avoidable if we just went to the objective in the first place. I don't know, man. I hate, like... You know, you get kills and it's like, for what reason? Also, Fen, I know he wants to defend right because he's like, oh, that's actually a problem. It's not. You go to fire straight away and you condense S5. First of all, if they get a right Phoenix, it literally doesn't matter because you're pushing out right anyways. So you put 5 on the objective. If fire minions get your right Phoenix, no problem. You insta-get the fire giant and then you group push out the fire waves and get the right Phoenix. Then you trade Phoenixes and you just have fire. Like, it's good. I'd rather, you know, we get nothing and we die. Now, yes, okay, maybe was committing to it at that point a bad call, all that stuff, blah, blah, blah. Sure. I don't know, man. I mean, whatever. Like, I gotta force the issue on something because we're just doing nothing. So, unlucky. We lost the game. It happens. I don't really think there was a lot of opportunity. So... It's all good. Shiva, unfortunately, ending with the loss. I feel like something I actually want to check in this series when it's all said and done is I want to. There is a spreadsheet of all of our statistics. I'm gonna guess we did like 26K. We'll check in a second. But there's a spreadsheet of all of our stats um, for the whole series, and I want to see how we are doing like per class. Like what's the win rate on warriors versus mages? I'm gonna assume as of right now, and probably because we're almost done with the class, hunters are probably our worst and warriors should be our best. If that's not the case, I would be extremely shocked. Because that's what should be the case probably, but I don't know. I mean, we're gonna have to give that a look back later. Let's see how much we did. 32K. So actually a pretty good showcasing again in a pretty unwinnable match. So gave it our best go. It happens. At least we got to showcase an interesting lane, I suppose. Thank you guys for watching as always. I really do appreciate it, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace out.